Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you didn't watch our last video, this past weekend I bowled in the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour event at Sugar Creek, Missouri at Sterling Lanes, and I had quite a weekend. I averaged 250 plus for the 7 games of qualifying, and that was good enough to get me to qualify second for the stepladder. Now, I didn't record the stepladder because it was being live streamed by the Northwest Missouri Senior Bowlers Tour YouTube page, but they were nice enough to allow me to clip my two matches and put them on my own channel here and summarize those for you guys today. So that's what we're going to be going through, is taking a look at my 2 games, going through my thought process and seeing how that went. Before I get into it, make sure you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And with that said, let's dive into the action. Alright, so my first match is up against Tony Manna Jr. And Tony Manna is one of the most elite bowlers in the area. He is a multiple Team USA member and just one of the most outstanding competitors. We call him Machine because the guy just repeats shot after shot. So I know he's not going to just give me this match. I'm going to have to really earn it in this first game. So,
and Tony will be taking on Keith Schneider. And he was pretty solid. 69, 37, 52, 57, 58, 27, 56. That'll get it done 356 over for the day. So we're going to get the arrows swapped, and Keith's going to start on the left lane.
So as I'm stepping up for my first shot, I'm pretty nervous, and as you can see from this first shot, I pull it pretty bad. This was definitely a nerve shot, but I got lucky enough to actually carry the Brooklyn strike.
So Keith averaging 250 for 7 games. It's hard to beat.
The left lane was jumping a little bit more, so that did open the door for just a moment for me with Tony not striking here. But it's very early in the match and anything can happen.
Talked to Tony a little bit. He said he definitely does not want to get it out. It's pretty erratic on the outside. And on 3rd and goal, they tried to fake the handoff, and Dart gets tackled for a loss.
I settled in and made a couple of nice shots.
Pretty archy line by Keith Schneider. And he's back in it.
Tony's looking real smooth, but then he opens the door once again here, ringing a 10-pin.
And Keith just keeps going. Big shot here if Keith can go the front 5.
At this point, I'm feeling pretty comfortable.
Yeah, that's what he did.
But Tony makes the adjustment on the left lane, and he is not letting off the gas at all. I thought I threw it pretty good here. It had grabbed a little bit early on me and gave me a fast 8.
Oh, fast 8. Got that one out just a little bit.
I liked where I was playing, so I didn't change anything after the fast 8, just kept it with the same line.
And Keith gets right back on it. Ooh.
Had a little pebble on the heel of my shoe here.
Yeah. Something didn't feel right. Did the smart thing, back off, put the ball down, and just go through your whole routine again.
So while I've got him by 18, I know that I'm not in the clear. Just one miss and he's going to have me by a couple pins. So I got to keep it rolling.
Tony needs to get 4 to force Keith to get the first one. Oh, brother in the house with a 5-bagger. I'll have to have Keith come up and take a look at that.
Stepping up
That's
into the
pretty
10th,
good.
I know Tony, if he goes off the sheet, I know that I'm going to have to throw at least the first one for sure.
That was pretty flush right there. Oh my goodness.
So Tony ringing that
Wow.
10 pin meant that all I had to do was get up and mark in the 10th. But as I always tell the kids that I coach, when you're scoreboard looking and you think about what it is that you need, it can change the way you throw the game. And I've been throwing the ball really good. So I just got up there with the same mindset and just said, just do what you've been doing, throw a strike and end the game. I was fortunate with the kick out of the 10 here, but it was enough to
That's going to
advance
do
me.
it. So Keith Schneider advances, taking on John Schaefer.
So a 278 first game, I'm feeling really good, but I've got one more match to go. Lanes can transition some, and John's on a heater, so I know that this last match is not going to be easy.
Finals time. After 7 games of qualifying, 3 games of match play, it is John Schaefer against Keith Schneider.
John chose to start on the left lane, which actually I thought was good for me, because even though I started the left lane the last game, I was feeling like the left lane was better for me after the first game, so I was okay starting on the right lane. John's first ball goes a little bit high, and he was struggling a little bit with that in practice as well, so I actually was kind of feeling a little comfortable that he maybe didn't quite have the perfect line.
I can look back after game 5. And see where he was. Oh, he was second. He was second behind Schneider. So, yeah, both of them just pretty much took off. As this is John Schaefer's second finals appearance. The last one was the non-champions in St. Joe. Finished second on that one.
I got that one in a little bit tight, but it held for me, so
Nice.
Again, feeling pretty good.
Chargers. I forgot to show Keith the message.
John goes high on the left lane again here. He's going to either have to make a jump left or switch balls at this point.
Night at the Roxbury. Not Twins. Not Anchorman.
Had some cork in my thumb hole, or I guess it was some belt. I had some of the rubber belt in my thumb hole.
Takes him a game back.
I think I was a little, didn't quite hit it at the bottom and ended up leaving a 10 pin here. And I thought I missed that, just barely got it, but you just have to touch it. I followed it up with a good shot, wrapped a 10. So now at this point, technically John has a 2-pin lead if we both go off the sheet, but again, I wasn't sure if John quite had the full line. He comes back, he trips a 4-pin here, and he makes an adjustment.
Kevin Mason.
And ends up carrying on the left lane for the first time. And I dialed back in and tried to get back on, stay with him.
For Keith Schneider.
Get a very lucky love tap on the 10 pin here.
Light
So I'm
tip
still
on the
within
10.
2. John throws this one a little bit wide. He's fortunate to get a 9 count out of it.
Really got that one out. There was no way that ball was going to make it back.
Gives me a slight opening. Here on his spare shot, he threw a different ball. He kind of liked it, and this was the ball he was throwing all day, so he switched to it here on the left lane and actually threw a really good shot.
See you later.
So now the pressure's back on me. I got to keep it going. Thought I threw this one pretty good as well. Came a little light, but I was carrying those earlier. Just did not kick that 7 out. So now I'm back to being down by 2 pins again for max score. And John with that ball change piped a really good shot here in the 8th.
And Schaefer gets the carry.
He was actually fortunate to trip the 4-pin out here in the 9th.
Oh, and he trips the 4-9.
At this point, I know I probably need them all. Slap the 10-pin out here. Throw a couple of good shots on the first 2 in the 10th.
Wow, it's a nice snap on the 10-pin.
When I get up on my fill, though, comes in a little bit flat. I was hoping to carry that to at least force him to get a double and a 9 count to win it, but now he needs a double and 8.
Which means a double and 7, or double and 8.
John switched over to the Ember, was the ball he was throwing here, and it was definitely a good ball change as he flushes the first one. Comes in the second and slaps the 10 out. So now all he needs is an 8 count to win it.
Snaps it out.
He keeps it tight, mixes it up, and carries everything out, and ends up taking me by 3 pins,
and
249
that's a good 8 count
246.
right there. So John Schaefer with the win. We'll go ahead and get both you guys here real quick. And
thank you.
So first of all, Keith, your first finals, and you get to take on one of the toughest guys in the Midwest, and Tony Mana.
Yeah.
He wraps the 10 and changes it from you needing the first one to just needing a mark. That had to be huge.
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking of that. Every shot I get up there, and I always just think just throw a strike. I coach our kids. Whenever they're looking at scores, I'm like, if you need a strike or don't need a strike, does it change what you're trying to do?
You're still going to try to strike anyway.
You're always going to try to strike. So I got up there with the exact same mindset that I had before. So honestly, I was just happy that it didn't come down to the Brooklyn I had in the first frame.
I wasn't going to mention it, but since you go ahead and mention it.
That was definitely nerves. That was a nerve shot.
Well, yeah, I mean, accolades is Tony. But how many accolades does Tony Mana have? So you know it's going to, the way his reaction was, you're going to have to put a score up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I'm from Omaha as well, so I've lost to him for many, many years. So it's good to finally get one in the win column.
Is it really a bad mark if you lose to Tony anyway?
No, it is not. Yeah.
So congratulations, nice run tonight, and thanks for coming down.
So overall, I can't be upset. Obviously, winning the event would have been wonderful. I was super happy for John, though. John, this was his first win on the Northwest Missouri Senior Tour as well. So I was happy that he's able to get that win. I was very proud of the way I bowled all day, including the finals. Shooting a 246 in the final match, can't ask for much more than that. All 3 shots that I guess technically 4 if you count the fill, all 4 shots were in the pocket that I didn't carry. So I couldn't have done much more with that than that. I got through a very tough competitor in the first match against Tony, and I just kept it going all day, averaging 250 for the qualifying, and then 278 and 246 in the 2 matches in the finals. Ended up averaging 253 for the entire day across 9 games. So I am super ecstatic about how I bowled. Second place is not bad. I've been bowling really good in league as well the first couple of weeks, and so I'm feeling pretty good with my game overall. I'm hitting where I'm trying to hit, and I'm throwing the ball how I want to throw the ball, and it's all working out pretty well for me. So everything looked pretty good. The next Northwest Missouri Senior event is next month in Gladstone, Missouri. So I'm looking forward to that. In the meantime, my next event I've got coming up is the Nebraska Masters in a couple of weeks. So we're going to be doing some preparations for that. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and again, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Throw some comments in there if you could. All of that helps the algorithm and helps it get in front of other people. So with that said, appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next video.
How'd you get to be so